Welcome to Aaron Plays. This will be episode 21 of the Austerlitz playthrough, with myself playing the French and Mark playing Coalition. Hello there. At the end of the last episode, we made a slight error with the coalition forces doing a strategical move that they shouldn't have done, and we between the two of us decided to rewind it. So Colrath in this area here of the field hasn't done a strategical move because he was within hexes.
A kindly fellow gamer pointed it out on your YouTube channel, didn't he? That he helped us out. That
he did, yeah. We were looking at how close he was to my guard that we missed that he was actually close to Land's core there within 4. So that means none of the units can actually strat move from that formation.
So my move was foiled.
Your move was, yes, protect the center there was foiled. So
it was illegal, to be fair, but it was definitely foiled, so I can't be cross.
So we took that back, but because the game hadn't really progressed beyond that point. And so now we're ready to start the 10 a.m. turn. And I think this is the first turn where we can actually roll for order changes, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
10 a.m. So the visibility is now 5 hexes.
Oof.
So that's a good thing. And
now that's a really good point, because what we'll need to check is, do we immediately spot each other's hidden counters as the turn starts, or is it on the first activation roll that happens, or what? I would imagine it's before anyone's activated.
You would imagine that, wouldn't you? But
I don't know. We'll need to check it anyway.
Because they could all be lying down, couldn't they? So, all right, I'm going to pause the video there then. Right, just checking that. Yeah, so it's done. The actual hidden units are deployed after we've done orders and who's got initiative, but before the first actual activation. So it's an order die roll for each of us.
Yes, it is. 1d6 minus 3 for the French, 1d6 minus 4 for the coalition.
Okay. Here's my roll. 6, so I can change 3 orders.
Oh, you!
Don't you?
You lucky!
Lucky! Bastard. And yours?
Yeah. A 4. I get none.
So how many is that again?
None.
Sorry, sir, I didn't quite hear that.
None. Who needs changes of orders?
Who needs changes of orders? I do. Okay, so to change an order, I'm just going to bring my order menu up here. I can change 3. Do I want to change 3? Is a different question. Yeah, I do. Well, not 3, but I do definitely need to do a little bit of changes here. That's 1.
Napoleon's furiously writing new orders in his little command tent, is he?
He is indeed.
Or is he on his os doing it?
Well, he's moving around, but I think every time he stops, they put out the little chair for him.
He'll be dictating multiple letters to multiple recipients simultaneously in his style.
I think actually it's, yeah. Okay, so that's my order changes. Okay, so now is initiative. So it's 2d6 minus 2 for me and 2d6 straight for you. Okay, here's my roll. 5, so that becomes a 3.
Not bad.
Okay. So the French have the initiative. Now I've got to make a decision. Davout, Soult, Lens. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Well, before we get to that, we've got to deploy hidden stuff. So I'm going to pause the video again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've now deployed Bernadotte. I've taken advantage of the section of the rules that allows you to deploy a station at any time. And I deployed the guard because they were within visibility range, or line of fire, I think they call it. So I've won the initiative. Who goes first? Davout or Soult is the critical ones. I think I'm going to go with Soult.
Boo.
Oh, Davout. Oh, it is. Oh.
It is difficult, isn't it?
This one is tricky.
Go on then, just activate them both. Go on then.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Charmed, I'm sure. I'm going to go with Soult. He's a 9. He's a 9. Come on, lads. He gets a 4. He's up for it. Okay. However, I think you've managed to avoid most of his guns. In fact, I don't think I've got any offensive fire whatsoever there.
Well, you attacked with your infantry, didn't you? You meleeed and sent them reeling back the center of that line. So your guns are out of position. Yeah, that's something. Small mercies, but it's not the guns I'm worried about.
Is it? Oh
no. Well, you got infantry in place to finish this assault.
Yeah, so there's a little question of Mr. Alexander here. He's sitting here in the open with his sipping wine and having canapes, is he? Because I've got this whole stack of cavalry which is sitting there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, your dragoons, yes.
That could take him out.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, he's not worth a lot of VPs for you, though. It's only 100 if he's wounded, or only 300 if he's killed or captured.
He's worth a lot. But you know what? I think that would be playing totally against the spirit of the way we've been playing. How on earth would my cavalry know that Alexander's sitting there going, I ain't doing it. It's just, no. If we were playing this for grudge match and competitive,
would it be a good move though? I'm thinking here because, I mean, it's my fault, Philippe. What happened there, by the way, was when they have the activations on them, you can't see who's under them unless you highlight over the counter. And I hadn't bloody realised I'd left him out in the open. That's my mistake. But I wonder if you did push your dragoons through there, would it? It probably would be worth it if you managed to kill or capture him or wound him.
Well, it would tear a hole in your line, wouldn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, because you would then have to react to that with probably your cavalry, which you're probably your cavalry in a bad position, and I'm through. I just think, as I say, considering the way we've been playing, trying to keep some form of historicity, however you say that, historical accuracy.
Yeah.
I think no. As I say, if we were playing for, if I didn't like you, Mark, or
if we were playing for money,
or if we were playing for money, or competitively, or this was then yes, but no, it's no.
God bless you, Governor.
So let's go zoom in now. Your routed guys, though. Oh, you've only got one route. Oh, sorry, I was missing. This stack here, it's not a whole stack of routed guys, it's just the artillery that's routed.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
But Kutuzov is there. See, the routed unit sadly affects my DRMs, but Kutuzov cancels it out, but it does put Kutuzov in a bit of an awkward position. And
it's uphill, but who of my guys can get there? Pretty much most of the, yeah. Right, and then I've got to worry about this cavalry that's that's floating around. So, but
yeah, you've got to push them back, haven't you?
well, I'm going to go into these woods. Now your cavalry morale is 9, so again it's good stuff. But I could charge with my. Ooh, what is that stuff? Let me have a look. Let me just clear the map for the moment. Which is the one. Hide all pieces. All right, so your Liechtenstein's in the open there. Okay, so if I lead 9 versus, you've got a lot of guys there and artillery. Your bloody artillery. There's artillery everywhere. Wherever I look, there's
horseback
guns. Everywhere you look. Right. And my infantry for Sulz are actually looking a little bit shabby. Yes. Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
Ooh. 28th line.
28th line.
Beating the pas de charge, eh?
Yeah. Right. And I'm going to declare a charge with the 16th Dragoons and the
is this your 4th corps? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, you're clearing a charge with who, sorry? 16th Dragoons.
So I'm going to make this the lead unit if and when it goes in. It's 1, 2, 3 hexes away. Now, if I stack it with infantry, that will lower its quality. But I wanted to get its quality advantage in there. So it's preparing the charge. So it's spending 4 movement points in that hex. That's 3 movement points, isn't it? 4, 5, 6 to there.
No, I don't.
You don't what?
Let me think.
Now, I didn't start with infantry unit next to him, so you could do an emergency thing there.
Yes, I was just thinking out loud. Is the emergency defense order still practicable after you've moved an infantry next to it? I think they had to be, if they were by themselves at the beginning of the activation, they can do it, can't they? But if they had a French unit adjacent to them right at the start of the activation, I wouldn't have a chance to give the emergency defense order. Let's see. Let's have a look.
Do you want to pause?
I've got a 7. I've got just over 50% chance of managing to pull it off. But if I'm in emergency defense order against Cav, that'll give me a. Mind you, can I still do that at the beginning of the melee declaration phase? Announce the. Or does it have to be in the? Or does it have to be now? Because you've actually charged, haven't you? Are you putting a +2 on them?
Okay, I'm going to pause the video here. Okay, so yeah, you can't. You'd have to wait to the defensive fire phase to do that formation change. And as now got infantry adjacent, you can't do it. So that's taking that decision out of your midst, as it were. Okay. Right. Let's move some more infantry up to support that attack. Where's the rest of the 26th Infantry? Well, that just been a bit anal. Right, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 16 strength points of infantry. Let's get another 9 in there.
Oh.
So that will be 16 plus 9 is 25. So we can take another 5 in that hex. Have I got a weak? There we go. 1, 2 in there. Put that as the lead unit. Boom. Right. So that's those.
Big attack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, Mr. Langeron himself. Right. Let's. Okay, what can we get there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we can get quite a few strength at him. How much has he got defending there? He's got 5. 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay.
Do you want me to put a cav prepared attack on your dragoons?
Yeah, if you could, that'd be useful. Just as a reminder by the time we get there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4. So what we got in there at the moment? 8 and 8 is 16. We need another, so we've got 14 more in there to get the nice 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Massed column in.
I don't think he can do that because you're moving out with your orders. Slightly further away.
The Pratzenberg.
It's 4th Corps, isn't it?
Yeah, the orders of Pratzenberg. So they're staying the same distance, surely.
It says on my. It shows the 4th Corps as being Pratzen, not Pratzenberg. Hence, I mentioned it.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, it does show Pratt's. That was my mistake put on. So hold on. So wait, is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Pratt's? They end up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Pratt. Okay. So which one was that? That's that one there.
Your guys around Koblenitz would be able to no problem move in, like.
Oh yeah, but I need at least 1 or 2 of them to look at Mr. Perm A there. In fact, yeah, I can. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I must admit, I thought I changed it to Pratzenberg because I was.
That's all right.
That little map. I thought that was the Pratzenberg, where if you look at the map there, I've got. It's not. It's the one with the bloody dummy order. That one on it. Okay. That was a cock up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're going to go into there. Then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you always move 1 hex, but how do I want to stop this carry of yours? That into there. This guy, he hasn't moved yet. Let me just remove that move marker there. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Pratt's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Pratt's gets into there. So let's. Yeah, where is he? On there. Stick him on there. Right. In there, 9, 18 plus.
Well, you can always have 2 infantry and a artillery.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get another battery in there.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. That's just.
And the answer is no.
Oh, that's annoying though when you've got a 9 strength. They've done that. He's done that on purpose, hasn't he? Where can I get the extra one? Where can I get the extra point?
You can't. So here we've got 4. Let's put that lead infantry on top. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this cavalry. I don't really want to engage your cavalry too much at the present moment. I'd just like to keep them quiet.
A slight little canter forwards, eh? With some guns.
Provocative maneuver. Right, what we're going to do with this infantry here, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. They can move 1 hex. This guy can move forward, so he's going to go there to there. So in here, we've now got 8 plus 8, 16 plus 9. And we've got another. Yeah. Stick him in there. I think Sul will go and counteract Langeron. 8 and 8 and 9.
Oh, not looking good.
That is 3 less. No, it's not. 3 8, 24, 25. So we can get another, we can get a 5 in there.
When your infantry moves adjacent to Liechtenstein,
Yeah.
I get the opportunity to move out of there, don't I?
What, cavalry withdraw?
Or is that only on a melee declaration? I think you can do it while you're moving. I'll double check.
If you could, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get Liechtenstein's cavalry that you're adjacent to out the way of there.
Okay.
So what I've got to do, the cavalry can move 2 hexes. The horse battery that's with them has to pass a QFT.
Okay.
That's on a 7. If I pass or miss by less than 2, it's no effect. Equal to or less than 2. If miss is greater than, it's like when you're out, basically. So if I get up to a 9, I'm all right. So that's just for the horse battery. And I get a 9, and just all right. So I need to pull these back 2 hexes. It'll pull back to there behind the town.
Okay.
Now your 43rd line that's in the woods,
Yeah.
you could actually put them back to where they were, which is adjacent to there. They were where the 12/5 battery is, because the cavalry would have had to move when your 4th line B entered the woods, not when the 43rd entered the woods.
Okay.
So your 43rd line could move somewhere else if you wanted them to.
Yeah, let's put them with that gun then. One, two. There. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I think the rest is independent movement or single hexes. Okay, so I'm going to do the 46th line A.
Where's
here.
that? Oh, yeah.
Okay. As independent movement. Okay, move. Oh. Hold on. Oh, that order's really screwed me. I've got to check these things. Same with you with your bloody orders sometimes with your column there. I just missed it completely. I thought they're all going up the Pratt's hills, not Pratt's. I've got 3 order counters in the wrong place. All right, now I'm going to start with the 10. This unit here, the 10th League Air. Okay, so here's morale check. So the stack, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the stack passes. All right, so this one goes 1, 2, 3 to there. And we've got in here 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. To there.
Oh,
That to there.
big stack.
9. I'm just making sure I'm not overstacked. 8.
Yeah.
11 plus 7 is 18.
No, you're not.
Right, I'm okay, yeah. Okay. There. Last unit, 46th line.
Reserves?
Reserves, that's Bernadotte.
Oh, fair enough.
That's his job. No, you're quite right.
The reserves can be a pain in the backside if units get routed, mind.
Just gonna stick in there. actual fact, we're going to stick him in there. Give that hex a little bit better quality, and that unit will actually move there. There we go. Right, that's it. So now I have to do declarations.
Oh, just put your artillery on top so I can see him. There we go.
Right, okay, so right. Okay.
There's a sort-off attack on the end of the line, I'm guessing, against Permere.
That is, yeah. Then those.
And then the other two are both going against each.
Against Langeron.
2 against 1.
And then 2 against 1, yeah. Right, your defensive fire.
Yeah, because so there's no op fire because you put the Sorkov attack in, which will probably be cancelled. So Perm A will attack the units directly north of them that are in Kobelnitz.
Yeah.
It's just +1 for the village. So they get a 5, which turns into a 6, which is a miss. So they've fired. Then the artillery here. I've got to really go for the stack without salt because of that morale bonus he'll give them if I do force a QFT. I'm lucky enough to force a QFT. So he's firing directly north with the battery, the half strength battery. It's +1 for being less than 4 SPs, -1 for being adjacent. So it's a straight roll.
Okay.
Missed. Finally, I can fire at the cavalry or I can fire at the infantry. I think I've got to fire at the infantry stack. So it's the same again, straight roll. That's a QFT, I think.
Yeah. My morale is 8. Every time your heart is doing this, like, come on, I'm crossing my fingers under the bloody computer.
Doesn't help. I have a heart condition. I shouldn't be playing this game.
Every time. You're quite correct. That at the end is a soak off. So that will delete that. Okay. All right. So the assault coming in at Langeron then. So what's he got in defense? He's got 9 + 5 is 14. Have I got 28 bods? I've got, well, this stack I've got 8 and 8 is 16 + 9 is 25. And this one I've got another 25, I've got a 9 + 10 is 19 + 8 is 27.
27. So 27 + 25 is 52. 52 against
14.
14 is 3 to 1.
Is it? It's not 4 to 1. 3, 14, 40. 3 to 1. Okay.
So the highest morale is 1 higher than 2. No, yeah, 8. It's 1 higher than mine because the leaders counteract each other. So you'll get another one for that. So that puts you at -4.
-4.
It's a good attack.
Come on, lads. Come on, lads. 9 becomes a 5.
T1. Yeah, it's always in your mouth, even when you've got great odds like that with a really good DRM.
It's rubbish die roll, isn't it? So
yeah, no, but I mean, in case something goes wrong and all your forces end up having to roll QFTs and you've got so many stacks. So a QFT1, so my morale is a 7 up to an 8 for Langeron, and then the 1 takes it back down to a 7. So I need a 7 or less. And I get a 7. Just hold.
Okay. All right, against the other stack. Right, you've got 10 defending. I've got 3 8s, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 29. Infantry and
Who's your lead unit?
the cavalry.
Cavalry for the charge.
Yeah. So that's, I've got 30 strength points effectively. So it's 3 to 1.
Yes, it is, yeah.
And
your
the
morale,
cavalry,
your QF differential gives you 9 against 7. That's another -2.
neg
So that
5.
puts you at the net neg 5, yeah.
Here goes.
It's good.
That's like it.
So it's a QFT 2 plus R.
Well, neg 5, that takes that to a 1.
Yeah, so it's still not good.
No, so
Everyone's dead.
if
Everyone's
it
dead.
had gone to, is it less than 1, isn't it? They'd have been automatically eliminated.
That's right. But they're automatically.
Oh, wait a minute. There's an extra 1. There is an extra 1. Cavalry attacking you in the. Oh, no, mag 5 is the maximum. Damn. But there's attacking in the open.
They're all gone anyway. It was a successful attack because of the R result. They're all at half strength.
Are they? Oh, of course they
all
are.
Those 3 units are at half strength, yeah. So they're all gone. So I shall. Now you had a special way of doing this. You want me to put them back on the chart, don't you?
No, just put them on the casualty track at the present moment. And
I'll just
and then yeah, just put them onto the casualty, and then when we finish this video, we will then add those to the casualties.
Gotcha.
All right, so my cavalry have got to advance in there. So now let's see if I can keep them under control. That's an 8. That actually is not too good.
Well, there's nowhere else for them to go.
No, they don't. Oh, I
think you only have to roll that if there's adjacent units. I think. Cavalry pursuit.
8 is okay for 1805, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I thought they might have moved 1 extra further.
I see.
No, you're right. If there was anyone adjacent and they failed, they'd have to do a pursuit combat. They don't move further to do pursuit combat. So that's where they finish up then. That could have, yeah, that wasn't too shabby, but getting Langer on.
It could have been better, but you had a good result. You've got lots of victory points, and you've opened up the gap. So
it gives you something to worry about.
It does.
Okay, so I'll just end everything there. Remove all the fire markers, and here's the end of turn die roll.
Oh,
oh no!
What have you done, Sibley?
Oh no!
Are you moving it? I'll turn it over. Turn finishing.
Luminek. So we had a long 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, but 10 o'clock could be really short. Right.
Right.
Okay.
I wonder if I roll turn finishing now, it's going to be advantageous for the Allies.
I think we'll call that a lull. What are you up to? What are you going to do? You should have been pondering this all the way through my activation there.
Oh, I wasn't. I was too excited. I was far too excited watching how many of my men would survive your onslaught. Also, you can't always make your mind up until you see what happens in the opposing player's turn. Right. Do you want to stop that video there? So it's probably about half an hour long, isn't it? And we'll start a new one.
That makes sense. Hold on then. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye from me.
And bye from me.